the U.S. is test firing an ICBM tonight that can reach North Korea, which is kind of disconcerting. In a Crocodile Dundee-esque show of that's not a nuclear missile, this is a nuclear missile, one-upmanship, U.S. military personnel will test fire the deadly unarmed Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. tonight.
It will be very interesting.
Of the Vandenberg Air Force Base near
Lompoc, California.
So let's see. Colonel John Moss, 30th Space Wing Commander, will oversee the launch of the long-range missile, saying Team 5 is once again ready to work with Air Force Global Strike Command to successfully launch another Minuteman III missile. These Minuteman launches are essential to verify the status of our national nuclear force and to demonstrate our national nuclear capabilities. So the simulated electronic launch of a Minuteman III is a signal to the American people, our allies, and our adversaries that our ICBM capability is safe, secure,
lethal and ready. Okay, I for some reason I didn't finish that thought, probably because my head is heady, but I remembered what it was. What really concerns me about this is they are talking about all these senators. Okay, that's on CNN, it's on all the mainstream media, but what's not really being covered as much is the fact that they are going to do this full-scale trial run of a nuclear weapon, both here in California and then again with all the fake casualties in DC. And I'm thinking to myself, shouldn't you be letting everybody know that this is fake before we get started? Like, everyone in the entire country should know this is fake, because you're going to have people that are going to get out there, and you know they're going to do it with their little cameras, and they're going to say, oh my gosh, look at this is what's happening. We're going to have all these false flags everywhere.
News, right.
I mean, it's just going to be, why is this not blasted everywhere on every headline? Don't worry, this is just a test. Y'all grew up. This is just a test. This is just a test from the Emergency Broadcasting Network. This is just a test. Guess what? They're doing this, and they're not telling anybody that it's just a test.
All this makes sense if you think that all wars are bankers' wars.
Yes.
Russia refuses to have a bank.
Yes.
And so this actually it's not about North Korea, it's about Russia.
Could be.
Russia is free.
Mm-hmm.
And they refuse to do what the globalists want done.
Which is very true. It's why everybody hates Russia.
They've been trying to start a war with Russia since last year.
They don't join the big boys club.
And the reason the war is because Russia, they have to prove their strength as a globalist to put Russia back underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
But that way Brexit doesn't exist. What we did here. The globalists have to prove that they are the leaders.
I wanted to point that out to you guys that right now
they want to put Russia back under them, then put the rest of us back under them, saying resistance is futile.
Exactly. Trump was elected president, but what we have to recognize is that the deep state didn't leave.
Right.
Their whole goals, their whole plans. When I see Nikki Haley now, at first I thought
she was awesome,
and now I see a globalist right over her face. And I see that there are people in the CIA and the FBI, and they are pushing Trump. It's no joke. It's kind of like when Bush, as soon as he got in president, all of a sudden, we're 9/11 and we're going into Iraq.
Right.
And as everybody's like, oh, this is Bush's war. He's finishing his daddy's war. And Trump was pushed in this direction because the deep state had set up that we needed World War III with Russia. They needed another war.
Right.
And how can they do another big war? Well, we need to go in and we need to mess with Syria. We need to mess with Russia. And I think that's why they came out so strongly again with Assad and the chemical weapons, which have not been proven to any of us.
Right.
And everybody who raises a question, it's kind of like climate change. Okay, yeah, we all recognize our climate is changing. We all recognize the planet's being polluted. But the rates that it's being polluted, the answers for it are going to be totally different.
Right. So yes, there was a chemical attack. Yes, children were hurt. But what are the real details? And they're not coming out with proof. Why? Because they don't have it.
And so Patriot Gallery's angle makes so much sense with Russia and the fact that even in the French election, Macron wouldn't let RT. They had been given press passes. It might not seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal. They were supposed to have credentials to go in to cover Macron. But then when they showed up, they're like, can I have these passes for RT? And then somebody pulled them aside and said, no, I'm sorry, we can't let you in. And then later on it comes out, Macron says, Russia hacked my election. So now the big news is that Russia, and it says, in the way that Russia hacked Clinton, Russia now hacked Macron's election. How so? How so? I think that the Le Pen voters would be awful upset to say that their votes didn't count in your world. And so Russia is now the patsy, and that's why I really do believe, and I think if for our new viewers, here comes Patriot.
Really, I think it's a show of power. I'm sitting there thinking even the Philippines is kicking America out. Everybody's kicking America out, and they've got to put people back under the globalists, the bankers,
There's a globalist banker
Rothschilds.
agenda.
And
So-
the war with Russia is to put them back under them and to prove to the world that they are God and you will submit to them.
Exactly.
Exactly. All wars are bankers' wars. All of this is designed. It's all set up. It's all been set up. It was going to happen whether Hillary Clinton was elected or whether Trump was elected. There were a lot of things that have already been set in motion.
Yeah.
And Trump can do it his best. And so I say to our Christians, pray for him, pray for wisdom, pray for him to have discernment. Because right now I don't believe there's anybody or very few people in there who are giving him the truth or reality, who aren't deep state in there pushing a globalist agenda.
I think Steve Bannon's one of the only ones.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So we're going to sign this off here because we could talk about this for hours. I'm hoping we don't have to wake up in the middle of the night and bring you something ridiculous. And hopefully tomorrow, listen, our hope is that tomorrow goes off and nothing happens. Okay? Or the next following days, whatever. That is our hope. That is our prayer.
They're putting everyone in the whole world. If this is nothing, they're putting the whole world on edge.
Alert.
For stupidity.
Right.
And this will happen during the Cold War and things like that. Why get everybody so worked up
Right.
over nothing?
Exactly. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, because we want to hear what you guys have to say. Subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistant Chicks. Ring that bell for notifications so you can see more videos like this, and find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. I love you. Leah loves you. God loves you. And God bless.
Sorry, we don't have the inside information. We have to go with our gut and what pieces together, obviously, and I don't trust.
You could read a million different articles and you're going to get a million different opinions.
So the best thing for me to do is to see where CNN is going and then realize that they lie.
Yes.
So, and then I kind of move on from there.
Right, that's a good starting place. All right, you guys.
I was called